Alright, I think today's a write-off. I didn't sleep until 4 in the morning because my daughter had a fever and I was just making sure she didn't get too hot, just patting her down with a wet towel. And then I didn't wake up until 10:30 either, so on top of that, it's just been a bad day to do anything cars wise. So I think today's a write-off. I'll get back to it probably tomorrow, or maybe I'll do something later on, but I think today I'm just going to spend time with the kids, the family, and try to make sure the kids get better, and that way I can just focus on us. Em thought that con gái không?
Dạ. Thì mình là hết con trai xuống.
Bố là hết con trai xuống.
Nó không sao bố em được làm được cho bố. Em đã làm nhanh được.
Ok, đừng có làm nhanh, làm đúng. À, bố quên.
Em là nhìn thấy.
Ok.
Không sao bố. Em là không mặc.
Ok.
Wait.
Có chấm ở mặt không?
Không. Nó không sao bố. Jelly.
Đúng rồi, bố tiểu.
Bố thì em đã làm cái.
Mà bìm cho anh.
Chứ phải mới.
Daughter listening to music in the background, and got some of these 3D printed designs, so hopefully I can get the engine mount made up. So I'm gonna play around with this up, and then I'll draw this, put this bad boy on there, and then that way it's completely realistic for a mock-up mount. I've got one 3D printed model that's gone out to my friend that's gonna make the bracket out of aluminium. I'm also gonna get one made out of steel, just a contingency, so we'll see how we go with that.
If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the
Drew the mark through there. Sent to it. I'm not a 3D person, so this is the best idea. This is the best idea I can come up with. So this one spins clockwise, so I think I have to mount it facing this way. But the problem is, I don't know if I can move this entire sprocket over to this side. I'm not sure about that. So, and also I'll be changing this to a sprocket. So I think the best design would be a 10 tooth sprocket or 13 tooth sprocket for the gear ratios that I'm after. So I won't strip this down not until I get the bracket, but looking at it, I probably have to weld up some mounts, a base plate or something that it can bolt onto, because this one I don't think is gonna do the trick. I'm unsure. So yesterday I was complaining about the go-kart sliding side to side and been feeling a little bit squirmy.
And when I was screaming,
And I realized that, look at this.
I counted a matter in a frozen in your holder.
So I'm gonna tighten that up and hopefully, I won't take it for another test ride, but now hopefully they'll fix the squirminess.
The highs.
Alright.
The go-kart has a harvest, but the whole goes by.
Steering. Normally when you full lock at one direction, it seems to bind on itself. So I've adjusted the pins in terms of accordingly. So 1, 2, 3, and this is at the very bottom. And this one is 1, 2, 3, but this is at the very top. So now when I turn it, it doesn't bind on itself, which makes sense, probably because the actual cart doesn't sit in the middle itself. Does anyone know anything about carts that they can tell me why this is? Because I'm learning as I go. So there you go. Doesn't bind on itself. Maybe that will help me with some steering in the future. Hey, I just want to ask this question. 2 people, random people, have told me, hey, you can't do that, and one person just said, hey, is that safe? And what they're talking about is, when I'm riding on this, my daughter sits on the back and she holds on to me. Is that not normal? Because when I was younger, we would sit on the handlebars, or we would squat between that section. Is it because my daughter's 6 years old? I'm not too sure. I can't wrap my head around what seems to be the big issue, because if it wasn't safe, I wouldn't do it. And if she couldn't hold on, I wouldn't do it either. Can someone tell me, like, am I not seeing something, or has times changed to when I was growing up? I'm just trying to give her the same childhood that I had. A little bit better, but basically more or less the same. Point is, why would you even have a seat there? Why would you have a seat there in the first place if you didn't use it? It makes no sense, because it's not a tray. It's not just a tray, it's an actual seat. So it baffles me. I'm confused.